Welcome to the Purpose, Passion, and Profit podcast, a show for ambitious women who are ready to ditch their 9-to-5 and create an online business doing work that's in alignment with their calling. I'm your host, Kelly Dawn, business and money mindset coach for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. Each week, I'll be sharing actionable steps to help you gain clarity, build confidence, and cultivate an abundance mindset that will help you create a profitable, service-based online business. If you're ready to make an income and impact doing what you love, let's do this. Welcome everyone to the Purpose, Passion, and Profit podcast. My name's Kelly Dawn, and today we are talking about money and specifically 3 ways you're cock-blocking money right now, and of course, what to do about it so you can bring more money into your business. So, what tends to happen in the manifestation world is people think that they need to be high vibe all the time in order to attract money. And that somehow if they just stay high vibe enough and think happy fucking thoughts all day, that money is going to rain down from the heavens. Or if they just stare at their vision board long enough, or if they just write out affirmations, they are going to be attracting money all day long. The thing with these types of teachings, it's not that they're wrong necessarily, it's just that that is very surface level. It's very surface level, and you can be spending a lot of time writing out affirmations, looking at your vision board, thinking happy thoughts. You can do a lot of that work and nothing's going to shift if you don't change your relationship with money. You need to look at what's going on beneath the surface, and then you also need to change your behavior with money in order for things to change. Because what happens a lot of times is we will read the money books, we will watch inspiring Gaia documentaries on abundance, we might watch The Secret and things like that. And it's all really feel good work. And we can watch those things or read the money books and be like, fuck yeah, I feel so abundant. I live in such an abundant universe. And then we go out in our real life and we're like, oh, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I'm going to drive to the other side of town to get gas because it's 5 cents cheaper. We need to look at our behaviors. Okay. So that actually wasn't even one of the points I wanted to talk about, but that is a big point. You don't just shift your energy. You don't just shift your mindset. You shift your behavior. And what tends to happen with this is that people get scared as fuck because it's one thing to think happy thoughts. It's one thing to journal, visualize, and do all that feel good work. When it comes to you actually stretching yourself financially and doing things that are way out of your comfort zone, it's really hard. It's hard because it's not even about the money, guys. It's about you betting on yourself. It's about you putting your desires ahead of your current circumstances. And it's about you being more committed to what is ahead of you than what you see right now, which we're going to talk about. That's going to be point 3. So I'm going to come back to that. But the first way that you're cock blocking money is that you don't believe it's possible for you. So you might be seeing people on the internet making fucking bank. And you may be like, you know what? That's really good for them, but I don't really see that happening for me. They've been in business a lot longer. They look like this. Their messaging is like this. Their branding is like that. They have this many followers, whatever the fucking excuse is. There's a reason why, like you tell yourself, there's a reason why it's available for other people and not available for you. Okay. They can make the money because they have a beautiful website. They can make the money because they have great pro photos. They can make the money because they have a team behind them. Those are fucking excuses. Okay, those are fucking excuses. You can make the money, but if you don't think it's possible for you, you're not going to make the money. You need to believe that it is available for you too. And this can be difficult if you come from a 9-to-5 world or 7-to-5, whatever hours that you work, or if you're working multiple side jobs. If you come from a background where you show up to work for a certain number of hours and you get paid a certain amount, breaking free of that mindset is the first thing that you need to do in order to believe that you can make money in your business. Because if you're watching this, if you're in my world, chances are your business is based around your passion, your purpose, and it's centered around what you have to offer as a human being. So you're a service-based business, you're a coach, you're a consultant, you do something that is centered around you. And it's very different when you're selling that than if you are selling, a product. Right? Or even if you have like another type of business, like back when I had my cleaning business, I had no problem selling whatsoever. I had no problem attracting clients because my mindset back then could wrap itself around the fact that I'm going to someone's house for 3 hours. At the end of the 3 hours, they're going to have a clean house. Therefore, they will pay me, right? My mind had no issues with that whatsoever. When I got into the coaching space, I thought that no one would pay me because I wasn't a licensed counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, because in my mind back then, I thought those are the people that other people pay to talk to, right? And I knew that there were coaches out there making money. I knew of Tony Robbins. He was like one of the first coaches I knew of. I knew of Marie Forleo. Back when I first got online, she was huge. But I still didn't think that it was possible for me. I saw those people and a few other like big name coaches who had millions of people in their audience. I thought, well, of course they can do it. Look at all the experience they have. Look at the team they have. Look at the beautiful videos that they're producing. They have Facebook ads. They have this. They have that. I had all of these different stories that helped me see evidence of it's not available for me. Okay. And the thing is, we're only going to see what we're focusing on. So what I had to do was give myself evidence. Okay, it could be possible for me too. And what I ended up doing is I immersed myself in Facebook groups with other people who were making money doing what they loved, because I didn't see any of that in my real world. Everyone I know in my real life worked a 9 to 5. Most people do, right? There are some people who are entrepreneurs. They had brick and mortar stores. So I needed to give my mind evidence that it was possible for me. And I did that by surrounding myself with other people who were already doing that. And I felt like I had walked into fucking Narnia. I thought I was in this completely different world because I was in these Facebook groups with people going, yeah, I just made 10K, just made 5K, just made this, made that. And I'm like, what are you people doing? Like, it just seems so foreign to me. But what will happen is you normalize that. You normalize that. And when your mind sees that enough times, it's like, okay, if all these other people are doing it, chances are I can do it too. It's just like the 4-minute mile. Before Roger Bannister or Barrister, I always get his last name mixed up. Before he ran the 4-minute mile, people thought it was humanly impossible to do that. Once we saw one person do it, opens up the floodgates. Now a bunch of people have been able to do that. Now it's no longer this thing that's not available for other people. We can do it because we see someone else doing it. So step 1, if you want to stop cock-blocking money, is believe that it is possible for you. If you are new in business, if you have a small audience, if you've never made money before as a coach or a service-based entrepreneur, it is still available for you. Okay, you need to get that really solid in your mindset. Number 2, you're afraid of what will happen if you make the money. Now, this is really interesting because a lot of people are like, are you nuts? Are you crazy? Of course I want to make the fucking money. Of course I want 10K months. I want 20K months, whatever the fuck. Of course I do. Your conscious mind can go there. Subconsciously, though, if you're afraid that you're going to turn into an asshole, if you're afraid that you're not going to be able to handle taxes, if you're afraid that you are going to put yourself out there on the internet and then get a bunch of haters or fail publicly or whatever, you're not going to want to make the money because it's too painful. The thought of what's on the other side of you making the money, if that is more painful than where you are right now, you're not going to do it. Because where you are right now might be comfortable. Maybe you still have a 9 to 5 job. Maybe you're making maybe 2K, 3K a month in your business and you're okay, right? It's not really where you want to be, but you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm okay. I'm comfortable. Okay, I want you guys to stretch yourself and think of what you truly want to be making. And then ask yourself, why don't I want this? Why don't I want 10K months? And I say 10K months because that's a number that a lot of online entrepreneurs go for when they're first starting their business, right? 6-figure business. Most people want that. So why don't you? What will happen? What negative things will happen if you have that money? And this is where I want you guys to sit with this because there's something going on beneath the surface. We are the only ones that hold us back. Nothing outside of ourselves is doing anything to us. We're the ones that do this to ourselves. We are the ones that cock-block our own success. So what's going on? What are you telling yourself? If I make the money, I'm going to have to pay so much in taxes. And I don't do that now. I'm still getting my GST check. So if I make the more money, I'm not going to get my GST check from my Canadians, Ontario people. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Look at the negative things that are attached to you of making the money. And then number 3 is you are more committed to what you see right now in your reality than what you truly desire. And this is the biggest piece. This is the number one thing that you need to shift if you want to make more money. Because we're taught from a very young age that what we see with our eyes is what is true. So when you open up your bank account, you see that number. When you see that number dip below a certain amount, you probably freak the fuck out. Okay? You are used to what is going on in your physical reality. And this is why you can look at your vision board all fucking day long. You can say your affirmations. You can listen to your hypnosis CDs, audios, whatever that, you know what I'm talking about. You can do all of that work. But if you are so focused on what is going on in your current reality, okay, I can't invest in myself because I don't have the money. I can't take another credit card. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this, blah, 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 blah. If that's what you're telling yourself and that is what you're committed to, nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. And this is why coaching is so great, because you stretch yourself, right? If you are investing and it doesn't feel scary, if you are investing and it's like, oh, that was an easy payment to make to my coach, get a new fucking coach, because you're not stretching yourself enough. You need to stretch yourself beyond what you think is logical in order to break through this. Because if no one has a fucking magic coaching account, right? I talk to people, I do sales calls with people. It's like, well, I just don't have the money for coaching. No one has the money for coaching because we spend money on other things. There's always a trade-off there, right? That money is for rent. That money is for my kids. That money is for Christmas. Well, do you think things are going to change if you don't change? Okay. I need to build up my clientele. That's a lie. That's a story you're telling yourself. That is an absolute story you're telling yourself. Okay. Your clientele, or if you're saying that you need to do that before you invest, that's a story. Saying that with so much love. So what we want to do is focus on where we're going, focus on the vision, focus on what you truly desire, and be more committed to that. And this is where it gets scary. If you've been in my world for a while, you know my story. When I first jumped into entrepreneurship, I had $160 a month lined up. $160 a month. Drop me an emoji if you think you can live on $160 a month, right? No one fucking can. It's ridiculous. But I went out and I rented an apartment, not knowing where the money was going to come from. I had about $2,000 on a credit card as a cushion. I had family. I have family here still now. That I knew I wasn't going to be homeless, right? I knew if I fucking failed at my cleaning business, I wasn't going to be living on the street. But it was kind of scary with $160, right? That's what I had when I started my business. And this is why I'm kind of tough with you guys when you come to me saying, yeah, I really want to invest, but I don't have the money. It's like, you're not going to get a red fucking carpet rolled out in front of you. Here's your path to entrepreneurship. It's not going to happen. You need to do the things that are hard. Okay? You need to do the things that are challenging. You need to do the things that make no fucking sense, because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and they're not. They're not. Everyone's going to their fucking 9 to 5 like a little lemming, okay? Because they're not willing to do the thing. But once you decide to do that, once you decide to leap and do the thing that makes no sense, right? Maybe it's investing in a coach or mentor. Maybe it's investing in team. Whatever it is for you, there's something right now that you know you need to do. There's something that you know you need to do, okay? And nothing's going to change if you are so committed to your current reality that you refuse to make a move based on your desires, okay? All right, you guys. So quick little recap here. 3 ways you're cock blocking money and what to do about it. So number 1, you don't believe it's possible for you. What you do about it is you immerse yourself in the truth. The truth is you can make as much money as you want. The truth is you can make as much money as you want. It is available for you. Money's all around us. It's like fucking oxygen. We are the only ones that block ourselves from it. So get yourself around people who are making money. Normalize money. Okay. This means getting out probably of the conversations that you're having with your current friends and family if they are working a 9 to 5. You can love them all you want. It doesn't mean that you need to break off relationships with them. Of course not. But you need to focus your energy and your attention in circles of people who are doing what you want to do. Number 2, you're afraid of what will happen if you get it. If you actually make the money, what negative things will happen? Take a look at those things and don't just brush it off. Don't just brush it off. Yeah, whatever, Kelly. Fuck, whatever. It's going to be great. I just want 10K. No, dig in and do the work and ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? What am I truly afraid of if I make 10K a month? And see what comes up for you. A lot of this stuff, guys, has to do with not feeling good enough and not wanting to look stupid in front of people. Okay. And not having people like you. That's our human needs are based around being accepted by other humans. When you put yourself out there in your business to the point that you need to in order to make money, you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position that you've never done before. That's often very, very uncomfortable. So your mind wants you to stay safe. It does not want you to go and do the thing that it is terrified of, which is making the money. So we want to look at the fears and just basically clear the fuck out of them. And I have a bunch of different ways to do that. But that's essentially the thing that you need to do is look at what you're afraid of and move through those fears. And then number 3, you are more committed to your current reality than your desires. And this is where action comes in. This is where action comes in, because the journaling, the visualizing, all of those things that feel really, really warm and fuzzy, that's only a piece of the equation. If you don't change your behavior, things aren't going to change. If you're not more committed to your desires and your current reality, if you're not willing to stretch yourself and do the things that other people won't do, things aren't going to shift. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you today. If you want to hang out further, you can find me over on Instagram. I'm at I am Kelly Dawn, and over inside my Facebook group at Ignite Your Purpose. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.